The best way to get through life is to learn from other people's mistakes. All these tips that I'm listing right here are mistakes that I've made, and yeah, it just makes it go smoother, and yeah, minimizes mistakes. If y'all haven't already gotten to Sandcastle, you need to go ahead and add that to your roster on ways to make money in between signings, and like on your time off if you work a regular job. With Sandcastle, I just wanted to give some tips for when you do your field inspections or when you're preparing the documents and all the tools and stuff that you need to go out and do an inspection with Sandcastle and sometimes Proxy Pics. Proxy Pics, they have something on there where they say knock and print. In Sandcastle, they have letter drops and field visits where the credit company wants you to put a letter together. They'll send you the information, you print off the letter, and you go take it to the address provided to let them know that they're trying to get in contact with them. When you're doing field inspections or letter drops and field visits and knock-in prints with Sandcastle and Proxy Pics, one of the things you want to make sure you do, because they'll have you write on the envelope, you need to make sure you read through the instructions thoroughly. Like, make sure you read through the instructions so you don't mess nothing up. And make sure you spell the names correctly. Double check. I don't care if you think you got it right. Just check one more time. Because the other day I spelled somebody's name wrong. And I didn't realize until after I put the letter in the door. And then I was like, while I was knocking, I put the letter on the door after knocking. So I didn't think anybody was coming. So as soon as I close the other door, he opens the door and the letter falls down. So, I had to look at, I had my clipboard with me, so I had to look at it and read the name on the clipboard, like, I'm here on behalf of so-and-so to deliver this letter to da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, ooh, realize I spelled the name wrong. They didn't say anything to me, but just make sure you spell it right, because they asked you to send a picture of the envelope and the printed letter. So double check and make sure you spell the name right on the letter. Another thing, well, number 2, make sure you're at the correct address, because it's been times where I had took a picture of a home, and sometimes they'll be a little confusing because they want you to send address verification. So on Sandcastle, you capture the information and then you upload it to the platform later, or you can do it right after you do it, but I normally do it after I get home. I'll go out and do all of the assignments, and then I'll upload everything after I get home. But when you're out there and you're looking for the house, sometimes the addresses could be confusing and mailboxes could be together. So one time I took a picture of a house. I just could not find the address, and it was kind of like, it looked like they switched the addresses on the mailbox. Long story short, I took a picture, and I think I told them that it was confusing and I just didn't understand it. And I think I went and delivered the letter and just submitted all the information, and then they sent me like a corrective action telling me that they wanted me to go back out because I was at the wrong address. And I really was so upset, like, what y'all mean I was at the wrong address? I just sent y'all the pictures, da-da-da-da. And I also wanted to point out that when they did send me stuff for like incomplete message and open the order back up for you to correct whatever the issue is that they put in the order, I never snapped at them or like in the correspondence sent them back like, no, what you're talking about, how you gonna tell me I did it wrong? I would sit there, I would go through my pictures, I would read the instructions again, and I'll see what they ask, and I'll be like, yep, I sure did miss something. And every time you're out there, you always had an opportunity. Like, if you feel like you should include it, go ahead and include it. Because if it's in the picture, they're going to say something about it. So, like, if there's other vehicles or something, if they request other vehicles for some of the visits, because sometimes when they give you a letter, it's about a car, or it could be about the home. but they always ask you to list other vehicles that's on the property. So if the other vehicle is in the photo, they're going to expect you to report it. And they will send you a message back saying incomplete, all other vehicles was not reported. Even if you can't see the license plate, they still want you to record the vehicle and just put that you can't see the license plate. But yeah, every time they asked me to right a wrong, I just went on ahead and righted the wrong as soon as possible. I never argued about it. I just read it, corrected it, and moved on. That just makes it so much simpler. When you just right your wrong and move on, it makes everything so much simpler. That's the little razzle dazzle I wanted to add to that message. Back to your regular scheduled program. And sure enough, I was at the wrong address. So it was just a little embarrassing, but I did go back out there and I did complete the assignment. And, you know, it's just the fact that they had to let me know I got it wrong. I don't like that. So make sure you double check the address. And what I just said, it goes to another point that I wanted to make, and it's don't get upset if you mess up and they want you to take corrective action. Like if they send you back out to right your wrong. And, you know, just look and read and see what they're saying, because it's so easy to be like, you know, it's just so easy to be annoyed that they want you to do it right and they expected you to read the instructions properly, and you just have to go back and do it because you're going to waste time being upset. You might as well just go, correct it, get it out the way, and move on to the next so you can continue to get business. Read the instructions thoroughly. Like an example where I had messed up, it said one of the instructions was like, if you do not make a direct or spousal contact on the first attempt, you must complete a second attempt, because sometimes they want you to go to the house more than once if you don't make direct contact on the first visit. So my behind, I made contact, it was like with their kid. It was like a teenager or something. I'm like, you know, I counted that as direct. They like, no. They sent it, they basically put on there that it was incomplete, sent it back to me, and was like, in all caps, if direct or spousal contact is not made with the customer, you must attempt a second visit. And I was just so sure, like, you know, I talked to their kid. I'm good, right? No. Sent me right on back over there. And I couldn't even get mad because that's what the instructions said. And I read it. So now I don't make that mistake. Because I read thoroughly. I might even highlight the instructions and take them with me and make sure that I follow instructions, because you get ratings. So you just want to keep your ratings up, and you want repeat business, and you want the people to start reaching out to you and basically asking you to name your price. But the more I grow with this platform, I'll be back on here to let y'all know. But if y'all have any questions based off of this content or what I left, go ahead and comment below. Thanks for watching. Bye.